retake.
Oh, they're hot on this. Not often you get to see a 5v5 retake, especially not on the B site of Mirage, but Simple looking to land the first head. It won't be him, it'll be Nexa instead. And he's been spotted. BetBoom not really giving the opportunities here. They're forcing BC.GAME into the crossfires, and said crossfires are deadly. Artfrost lands a couple of headshots. Siren's gonna follow up, and it's all on to Prime Taps, the man of the hour this morning.
I'm so far
Yeah,
down.
there's just no world he gets this done. Especially without the kit. I mean, there's nothing to lose. He'll try and do some extra damage, add some kills to the tally. Won't get that opportunity either. As the bomb goes boom, I think a couple go down with it. In fact, all three.
Flash is coming his way, but he is not going to budge. Waiting for them to pop in, hoping that he's not going to be checked. There's the shadow. He's going to get a bit of a head start. 2 kills found. And Andu providing more of an output. It's just Boomich and Siren remaining. BetBoom's lead might come to a close very quickly.
I like this for us. Enough time passes and they pull a rotation to A, surely. He's going to take that contact on short, has to adjust. Big kill. Now, oh my god. No, he doesn't have time for that. Come on, Boomich, focus up. You don't have time to go through apps. He's going to be caught in the cross here. There you go. Moment, right? Because, you know, in any other scenario, it's a little over-aggressive. Yeah, hold that thought, because they're going to try and play it off the back of it. Nexa just sat on the van. And he delivers with the MP9. All he's going to come his way and just extinguish, play around, through the window. Oh, gets a little bit sloppy. Actually got a man advantage again here. Ooh, not for long.
Oh, Kakanito. Gonna bring it right back.
Oh.
But it's in the court of Prime Taps all of a sudden. Does he want to try and play around the smoke? No, it's already going to dissipate. 2 heads to find. There's a minute on the clock, and they haven't committed to the bomb just yet. No one has their info. Is he going to find him? No. I'm really glad they go for the duo. Nexa off to a 3rd position. Never played that same spot twice. Going to be checked, yes, but it's limp-wristed, and Nexa's able to take advantage of it. Double kills found. Now he can safely recede back into the site. In fact, Simple might even have a weapon here.
Make noise because he's been spotted on the cross. He's got to speed this up. Incendiary into the apartments, but they've not cleared Nexa. And tucked in the corner with a MAC-10. He will pounce. 30 seconds, and the bomb's been tapped. But not held. Dilladez wants this fight first. Simple's going to pick off his teammate in the meantime. And Dilladez will eventually get the trade. He is now out of position and running out of options. He creates an opportunity with a headshot through the wall. Puts it down to a 1v1. And it's all hanging in the balance. Oh. Dilladez, back-to-back kills. Where he lines up expectations, let's say. I did pass. Simple.
Oh, Simple. Shoots a little too early, and that might be the bane of his existence here on the B site. Wanna dodge the flash. They know there's still a snake in the grass, and he's been stomped on. They're gonna cut his head right off, but Kakanito wants to still give them in the hedges a little bit. Molotov's a little deep, so there's still a corner that he can sit in. Boomich wants to peek soon. There it is. Oh, big missed opportunity. Gets spotted, but not connected on. Boomich swings out, down to the 1v1. Can't look to the right.
Yeah, important stuff. Really, really important stuff.
I mean, you're absolutely right. There is no denying that if Simple doesn't get that shot, then BetBoom just having 1 extra member alive completely changes the landscape of that round. That could have been because you want to feign presence. You always want to keep your enemies on their toes, not knowing where that utility set is eventually going to lead. But
it's surely they don't go B again, do they? Not 8 rounds in a row. This one's gonna be the one. This round's gonna be the round they go
magic.
No.
The magic 8 balls rig.
Oh, BetBoom.
Flashbang's coming in. This time they've locked horns with Simple, and he's waiting, but Kakanito's the biggest issue. Stuck inside Sandwich, forced to come out. Artfrost Molly is going to coax him out. And it's the Artfrost versus Simple show. Simple missing, uncharacteristic of him. And Andu's going to be able to clean it up, so no issues at all. Noya's stuck inside Palace. 1v4 that is going to be like wrestling your arm out of an alligator's mouth, especially with 25 seconds on the clock. There's 1, 2. Hang on. This could be a little more. 3 kills found, and there's the bomb plant as well. Just down to Nexa. MP9 in hand, so you don't even have the best weapon, is going to be able to exchange that. Magnolia is just trying to get a head start.
Oh,
no info
way.
from Nexus! From BC.GAME going to step into their element. They're simple. Using Andu as a fishing rod. Let's try and get some info. BetBoom have no business on B. Instead, they'll just bunker down on A. Boomich is going to make sure that none of the blood supply is going to be reaching A. Rotations are going to be impossible. Simple knows that he needs that big green on his back if he wants to give BC.GAME a fighting chance.
Up on short. Oh, big kill, Simple. Oh, Frost goes down, but
I mean,
it's not going to be a round that they're playing for. They've already made the call to save. Nobody is in place. I'm pretty surprised that they just give this up. They're being hunted as well. This is looking really uninspiring.
BC.GAME picked the CT side. Wait, no, it's the other way around. My bad. That, my brain just collapsed for a second. It's actually BetBoom that picked into the T side. My bad.
Ooh. It's kind of... It hadn't even really clocked for me that they opted for this T start. It's a little unorthodox for Mirage. Wow, that is...
In there, the BC.GAME can't consistently, reliably predict it at all. And when it comes down to just those actual fights, BetBoom have been winning them most of the time. Even when the rounds are getting close. Tiny margins are being drawn by BetBoom. This time, though, Simple might be able to stop this madness. At least minimize the damage. This is still possible. Less healthy players being taken out. Frost in a 1v2. Doesn't have enough time, so he gets sloppy. But Nexa, we happy to, in the second round, where he ran in with a pistol alongside a couple more members with the flashbang, and then also just a little bit of aggression on middle. But other than that, it has mostly been sparse. They're allowing BetBoom to just slowly take control of the sites, and it has not been working out. Kakanito, though, already making his mark on the final round. Simple steps in. Utility sparse, so they're just trying to go into this round raw. Prime taps shouldn't have any trouble cleaning this up. And BC.GAME, although I'd like to say that they've at least secured the minimum required, that's 4. You've already seen a 1v4, so I can't feel too confident about that. There it is, Frost making things possible. Sees Simple on the crossover, but isn't going to be able to connect. Magnolias! Okay, we're ready for you this time.
No way.
Bomb planted.
No way he does it again.
Molly in position. He's the player you want there. He's got the confidence on the clutch. But does he creep forward? They can't make their way through jungle because Magnolias is on the other side. And if he can find a rifler first, then it's so hard for Simple to make it through. Young's not going to have an easy time. Peeks right into the first. There it is. Simple's going to miss. And Magnolias has 2 now. Could it be 2 clutches in the half? AWP picked up by Kakanito's going to save it. Comes so close to the wire. But my God. It was shaky for both teams through and through. So I guess that's the silver lining. BC.GAME, if they can still get their act together, they can be right back into the game. But look at this, Magnolias, it's you again! How is it him again? 4 kills, maybe even 5, but it doesn't matter. He's got an ace in spirit. It is all right.
For their campaign to get things going their way in the second half. Remember, the last time these two teams met, BC.GAME were able to win Mirage 13-7. BetBoom have already exceeded those expectations, exceeded that scoreline. And Siren holds down the fort on B. It feels like they're going to hit double digits here.
It seems almost clear that BetBoom have already sent BC.GAME packing here on Mirage. And I hate to call it so far, well, this far away from the finish line, right? There's still 3 rounds in the chamber. Calm before the chaos. Waiting for the second prong in. Connector, flashbang out. You've got to go up against 2. Waiting. Next has gotten a bit sloppy. Boomich activates. And Simple doesn't have much HP to voice his concerns. 10 seconds on the clock and he is all but dead. That's 1. Maybe you could get 2. That would be ambitious. Can BC.GAME extend play? Can they still keep their head above the water? Just to fight for a little bit longer. Maybe not. They're already hemorrhaging members. That's the AWP activated. More bullets flying across the server, but only landing in the bodies of BC.GAME. Siren's an unfortunate casualty, but it's just going to be the GOAT remaining. Simple 1v4. Can he replicate what we saw from Magnoia's? Doesn't seem very likely when he's got a nest that he's going to drop into. That's it. That is the call being made. BetBoom 13-4 finish with, quite frankly...
Now going into Nuke, this is a must-win for them, or we will be crowning BetBoom the champions in the next 40 minutes or so. Simple's going to crack things open with a big headshot.
Oh.
And Anders Jollies wake up. He was fast asleep on Mirage, but something about the power plant has kicked him in action. And BC.GAME, knowing that this was going to be a potential rematch, how much time have they spent on Mirage over the last week? In the practice server, in scrims, watching that series back with the support network, the coach, the analyst, trying to diagnose some of those issues and fix them. It certainly felt like they had. Ooh, Art Frost. It's a lovely shot. Everybody else going down. If he can take another here, he makes this expensive. Ooh, not quite. So 2-0 start. Like, yeah. You either meme sing and it's bad, or not at all. I'm not at that level where I'm proper sing. I'll embarrass myself. No one wants to hear that. Look at the boost up. There's one actually on top of Garage.
That's Yakanito and Simple just cleaning house outside.
Time is the problem. 25 seconds left. Siren has found a bit of room, but Kakanito on the timing up secret will catch him, and Nexa will do the same to Siren out onto the A site. So 3-0, BC.GAME really pulling away from the pack now. This is looking strong.
For the rest of his team to approach from. Newman swings out. Need to deal with 3 players staring right at him. 3 barrels pointed in the direction of these pistol wielders. And Nexa getting their hands dirty. With just our Frost remaining, this round is all but over. So happy to see that BC.GAME is immediately able to return the favor to BetBoom at the start of this game.
Want a little bit more toxicity. Not only are BC.GAME now on the round count that they took on Moran, can I be an amazing parent, and actually I'd be a terrible parent. I would project
I don't know about parent,
but that kid.
Yeah, I don't know about parent, but babysitting you has definitely shown me that you'd be a terrible child.
I was.
Past tense?
Yeah, I'm a big boy now.
Speaking of big boys, Simple's gotten the opening frag for his team. Andu, oh, that's a big miss. BC.GAME, this might be finally a round where they crumble. I'm going to point out that I have a little bit more faith in BetBoom CT side, so they still do have to make themselves enough room to breathe on the next one. Probably going to see the most of BetBoom on CT side.
Ooh.
Simple trying to hold the hairline angle, ends up working against him, and sees most of his bullets to the wall. Boomich is going to find him. Nexa start to become a bit of a problem, but
no, they're not. You're completely wrong. They're much better on the CT side.
Yeah, I would expect their CT side.
It was a different team. It might have been Fart or someone. There was someone recently that I covered that much better on their T side. That surprised me. Oh, that's huge.
Oh, look at this Yakanito. He's just
my
stepping
God.
forward, taking all the duels by himself. That's a 4K. Where he just goes forward and fights them. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, no complications, no elaboration, nothing.
Wow, that's the ace.
And that's going to be the ace for Kak. Like, watching BetBoom now, they just look like a different team. They look like they've slipped back into the form that we saw against TNL on the first map.
Get dangerous if Kakanito's looking the wrong way. These timings... Oh my god, this is ridiculous. He takes the fight over towards Secret.
Oh.
That'll blow his cover. Boomich is able to spin around. He's covered a lot of ground here as well, so that's back into a 4-on-4, and they're already out on B. PrimeTaps has got to shut it down. He does. That's big.
Oh.
Boom, start to work their way towards ramp. Simple is here. Big shot connecting. Gives them the early advantage. Prime Taps follows up. That'll make it 2. And another buy round. Looks like it's about to slip away here for BetBoom. Zandu. Oh, in mini. Goes down. Nexa needs to make sure he wins this fight. Timing's good. Boomage doesn't look like he's going to clear him, so he'll walk straight into the crossfire. This is locked and loaded. This will be a BC game 7th. Oh, wow. What is that out of Magnolias?
And I want to see if BetBoom are capable of more chaos. Ramp not quite the first thing on the menu just yet, but they'll immediately go through it as they chuck out the molly and the flashbang.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, they...
Last round in a scenario just like this, but I don't have high hopes. Silent. Gotta win this fight. Doesn't. Andu's quicker. Wants to follow up. There's another. They are being handed to him on a silver platter. Not Frost 1v5. No, I don't think so. Alright. Time to see something better. Something different from BetBoom, because this has looked stale. Simple doesn't like stale bread. Big opening shot, fast through the smoke. Yeah, just into the waiting barrel of Prime Taps. Let's just feed him one by one. Okay, finally there's a trade.
Yeah, this is a little bit better. Simple's knocked off the angle with a flashbang, and he does know there's still a player watching for the lurk, but he's not going to be distracted. Instead, doubles down and going to the bottom side. Single door opened up. Dilladev is already on the angle. But there's still one more to find. Kakanito barely showing his head. It's a 2v3 with little info remaining on both sides. The T's only know about where Kakanito is. Everybody else is a question mark on the radar. Kakanito up close. Magnolia crouches into him. It's a good way to take that fight, but it just doesn't end up working out. Boom, it's next on the chopping block. At least they're off to a good start to potentially secure that. Go towards the hut. Gonna be hard for Andu to take that fight. Boom, it's just gonna slowly creep in. He's only got 3 points of felt. He's just trying to make it work. Andu spotted by Boomage. Good use of his life there. And they're quickly, desperately trying to get onto site. But both Simple and Nexa will be guillotined by the bullets coming their way. Not sure what Prime Tabs can do here. Just wanting to be that second player, second piece coming through main. Magnolia's, he's just so powerful on this position. He has been before. Now it's his responsibility to clear the site a little too late to the party, so his teammate is going to have to pay with his life. Andu, quick on the fight, is able to find him. Frost and Dilladev has so much lifting to do, though. Crossing over into the site, they do want to get the bomb down, so the clock is at least flipped in their favor. 3 players about to emerge out of the smoke, too, actually. With one coming in from A main. Frost, he needs to thin these hedges quick. Needs to make this fight a little easier. The smoke fades. No, Frost, you're going to run out of opportunities soon. That's a double from Dilladev, though. And of the outcome of this entire series hinges on. Magnolias, he was the issue on Mirage. He was the problem. That was shutting down BC.GAME, and he is doing it again. He's got support this time, though. Doesn't have to do it all. Doesn't have to run into Palace and get a 4K. But the A-side defense will be impeccable. 3. Slow cook from BC.GAME. It feels like every time you see the top right of the score of the screen, it's Magnolias that's doing anything positive for BetBoom. By and far the heaviest hitter, the most important player for BetBoom in this entire series so far. 12 kills, while the second best sits on 6. Dilladev and Siren tied for it.
Oh, man.
Josh, we've seen it happen before. Here comes the pushes. It's the Molotov that's going to slow them down. Siren starts burning to a crisp. Can't hold on to his trigger for long enough. Magnolias has found a really good timing. There it is. Starts to mess with the blood supply of the T's.
Oh, it's a big kill.
Swings out again. Double kill. Can't quite connect on the third, but Boomich and Dilladev. It's not like this is an exercise in impossibility.
was wondering if Andu would expect Dilladez, but the answer to that is a resounding yes. And Boomic, as soon as his teammate falls, realizes that there's no real chance at this. He will have to try and back away if he's allowed to. Nice shot onto Simple. That could make a big difference, actually. Especially on this CT side. You know, that's what you want to see it come to life. Prime taps. Oh, makes a bit of a meal on that kill, but does get there eventually. Boomic's MP9 goes massive for 2. Can't connect for more, but Magnolia's, of course, fire and evades the bullets. Dilladez. Wow, that's massive. What a time for it.
And our Frost, who's been mostly absent, is going to get his hands dirty as well.
Andu, it's just not lethal. We continue to jiggle. Andu plays with his food. Artfrost doesn't stick around to be toyed with. Instead, Artfrost will take the deeper angle, hits the shot. Andu gone. Azul prime taps. Nexa follows suit. And Simple surely dropping shortly after. Does have the timing. He sees the shadow. The sun's a cruel mistress here on Nuke, and sometimes it betrays you. The 1v5 feels too tall a task. He has got the bomb, and if he can get a plant out of this, that'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah, plant wouldn't be bad at all. Simple just got spotted. And eliminated. Oh, dude. Bad. Our Frost. Oh, hits barely the elbow, but that's enough. He's gonna get support soon, but he swings out a little too early. Doesn't wait for the flash from his teammate. BC.GAME do have access to the bottom site to be the glue that holds them together. They're slowly inching forward. They're keeping an eye on him as well. He hears the AWP. Does he get that, though? Doesn't drop into his little cubby. And all Boomic is going to do now is just waste as much time as possible. Isn't going to swing out, but the first line of reinforcements is gone. Andu responds. Boomic tries to do more, but it's Siren who's creeping down the vents to try and claw this 1v2 out. Andu waiting to receive. Swings in. Siren is crisp. Just needs one more. The wide swing, though, doesn't work on prime taps. And BC.GAME will... Here it comes. Boomic is going to have to watch out. Here's their footsteps. I'm not sure if they want to go for a 5v5 retake, man. Such a weird round.
Oh, maybe they do. I think they should, but it doesn't look like anyone else is in place. It seems to me like Dilladez and Siren are just going to sort of keep them in here, force the damage, but giving BC.GAME 12 rounds, I don't know. Now they're going in. This is horrible. What on earth are they doing? What is that round? That is just horrible, horrible calling. But fine, you know, the money's not looking great for the CTs. Give BC.GAME 12 rounds, play for OT. But then to throw yourself at it at the end when there's no prospect, just really strange. Really, really strange. Mac 10's going to fly out a ramp, 1-for-1. Might not cut it for Dilladez. Because once again, they will have free reign in the B site. Rotations need to be swift. There's no time to save here. You've got to give it your all. The molly goes deep, and Moyes is actually going to extinguish it. Finds one. Boomic can't take anything.
I think this game's going to be incomplete without overtime.
Be a weird one.
Single door pops open. They don't know where the second player is, so they're still not decisively watching the only hole they're about to come out of. Siren.
Oh my.
They don't have any way to flush out the corner. It's our Frost remaining. He's been largely absent, but can he still redeem himself? Oh, that's a double! Unbelievable stuff from our Frost. BetBoom, do they stay alive?
I'm not sure he has this.
Does he have enough time? It's so close. Just about.
Oh, Frost. What?
Dude, there's no AWPs coming out for BC.GAME anymore. Unless they can pry it out of our Frost's cold hands.
Ooh, I was going to say, Magnolia is getting really unlucky on the spams. He was just threading the needle every time he pulled the trigger. Shooting between bodies, but does eventually get there. That's Nexa to drop early. An advantage. Aware that when BC.GAME throw the cross smokes, they mean it. A lot of teams will sometimes throw those cross smokes and do nothing with it, just to kind of give this illusion that maybe they're down to B. Awesome rotates off, but yeah, it has felt like every time BC.GAME have dropped those smokes, they have played around the pieces in place already. Big swing.
Gotta watch out for
Oh
Simple.
god, Dilladez, bit of a whiff. Need the trade. There it is. Nice kill, Boomich. That'll be traded too.
Drop the bomb. You've got to watch out for Magnoias, who's found a kill and quickly receded back. Finds Kakanito. And look at...
Apply. If somebody on BC.GAME, if Simple starts going crazy, if Andu starts going crazy, it would be the difference maker. And Andu right now is full W. All gas, no breaks into the B site. It will be the first to drop. There should be a trade. And there is. Boomich rocks up. Keeps the numbers in their favor, but quickly goes back the other way. Yeah, that's another M4. A 3v3 that BC.GAME have some real equity in.
Gonna have to watch out for prime tabs. Do they even expect him to the left? Magnolia's consistently being the force that keeps them afloat. He's what powered them through the first map. Let's see if BC.GAME can have a cheeky way into map 3, or do we see this game being extended? Double doors opening up serve as a distraction. Kakanito needs to be hitting his shots as they come through with the Tech 9. Needs to find the heads, no mistakes allowed. Tries to turn the nade, and Arfrost finds him. Simple. The GOAT's gonna have to get a 1v3 going if he wants to minimize the damage. But BetBoom are taking us all the way to overtime, just in the nick of time. They do have the kit.
Artfrost was... Oh, it's an incendiary to go into the single door, just to slow them further. There it is. Flashbang to follow.
Only 30 seconds. Oh, dude, this flash is certainly going to make things harder. It makes the push disjointed, but Nexus still finds the first. Siren tucked into the corner. Are they going to expect another defender here? They don't have to, because they've already gone into the bottom site. Right into the vents we go. And it's going to have to be the 4-on-4 retake if they want to make it work. Simple's going to fall, however. Doesn't see him on top of the vertical angle. Prime Tap's up close. They need to time it perfectly. If Dilladez comes out alone, he could get punished here.
Timing's everything. They should know that someone's close. It's almost always been the case.
Molotov does make it tricky.
It does. Forces out next. Dilladez has to be crisp, but he is. Shadow betrays for Prime Taps, and it's all onto the shoulders of Andu. He's looked much better this map, but a 1v3 and at a tough time for it. There's no sightline on the bomb. Magnoias can just hold in.
Stick it.
And yeah, easy stuff.
First skill. Things are getting harder. They're being mowed down. The chainsaw has no mercy for the
Grand finals. This truly does deliver. We said it at the start of this map, right? That 3 maps would be the only thing that does this justice. For a grand finals, you don't want anything less.
But if they can't do anything here, then it will all hinge on one mistake being made.
Yeah.
Now the mighty have fallen. We were first seeing Kakanito run in, get aces, just like that. And this time, the heaviest hitter, supposedly, for BC.GAME has already been taken off the radar.
What a shot from Artfrost. I'd love to know from his POV whether he flicked up or whether he was anticipating that boost. Either way, it's a great shot, a perfect opening. The smoke blown open. Andu does take out Magnoias. That's a hard hitter to drop in a round like this. He has been... I'm not going to say the solo carry, but he's had a lot of weight on his shoulders. Let's put it that way.
Oh.
Good molly. Oh my god, Artfrost's still burning. Boomich can't bail him out, but at least trades it. We're back into a 3-on-3.
So many of these rounds from BC.GAME have ended on the bottom side that I think BetBoom are preemptively reading this and already heading down the vents. In fact, there's going to be 2 players heading towards Secret. So this is going to be an impossible fight for BC.GAME to win as long as BetBoom can play their cards right. Of course, that also does mean that Siren's kind of left hanging out to dry. He's worried about the potential of a player coming in from heaven. It's all going to be about the timing. Nexa finds his first victim. Don't think BetBoom are going to have the luxury of having a flawless CT half, but maybe Siren can still make that come true.
Dilladez.
Now Diladez is there to help.
Hey, just look at the time. This is the thing, right? It's 3 versus 2, but there's such little time on this clock. That molly is huge, but Simon at the back of the side.
No
He's won
way.
his fight, that's it. He just needs to swing for the last, and Nexa's low. 1 bullet will do the job. And BetBoom are on to 15. They got 3 chances to close this out. Now, BC.GAME looks like we could have played it better, but you're right when you're feeling it. Sometimes you got to just take that fight, because if you don't, and you play yourself, and you think back, you think, maybe I should have just wide swung him.
Moving in.
Yeah, here we come. Wow. Very good from Nexa. Yeah. This is what I mean. BC.GAME on their CT side was significantly better. So I do really expect them here to take a couple. Whether or not they can take all 3, the big question. Spam from Magnoia's very close, but doesn't find the kill. Zandu's so low.
Those are some mistakes. Risks being taken by BC.GAME at the very least. Diladez creeping into the smoke. They don't know that Kakanito's here, but he doesn't have info on them either. Diladez is finding a very small opening there. But our Frost can't make anything off of it.
Consistency in this map, right? Everyone's within 5 kills of each other. No one's going crazy, but no one's slacking behind. Great start from Simple. Kakanito catches Magnoia's with his pants down. Crossed to red, but unsuspecting of the trash angle. With a 2-man advantage, Kakanito's got to try and get out of there with his life. Nexa adds to the tally in their favor. This looks like it's going to go 15-14 and boil down to just 1 T round for BetBoom to try and get this done 2-0. Otherwise, we've got double OT and a chance for BC.GAME to bring us to a 3rd map. Bang into Heart. Frost gets overrun. And that's a flawless one out of BC.GAME. Another rock-solid defense. Such a simple thing to do, to just rattle a shot through the smoke and connect, but... Oh, good timing.
Barrel spotted. Yes, it is, but Simple is able to outreact it. Diladez finds Kakanito, and now it's a race to the bottom bomb site. Andu doesn't want to be too heavy-footed as he moves in. He's going to get caught by Boomage. And everything could be over here unless Simple and Prime Taps can do the unthinkable. BetBoom are going to drop a smoke, but do they actually commit to this B bomb site? They can safely get the bomb down behind the silo and not even have to make the full commitment happen. There's the flash. Prime Taps will be delayed for long enough. The bomb can go down. Simple waiting. Barely sees him. It's the hairline shot, but someone needs to commit to the bomb soon. Frost finds Prime Taps in the back of the site, and as Simple's committed to ramp, they feign the impression that they're going all the way back. Do they commit eventually? Simple watching now. No, Diladez has gotten stuck in the door, and that's
take 3 on the bounce, just as BC.GAME were. They couldn't win a single round on their T side. Both teams have struggled with their attack. Only 4 in regulation. Simple doesn't connect the shot from the jump spot. Kakanito takes a lot of early damage and drops. Oh god, what's happened there? Did they try and go for ramp aggression? 3 perfect rounds of, just very, very bare bones structured CS, and you throw something like that in. Where has he hit that shot? That wasn't just through the wall, was it? I'm assuming in OT1. It does feel like a big hurdle to overcome. Molly into secret, another one goes down, and as a result of it, no one's really looking for Kakanito, so he just pokes his head over. Lands 2, slips away through the flames, takes a lot of damage in the process, but who cares? He's gone 2 for nothing, and he's still alive and kicking.
Might be able to kick a tad bit more. Has him coming his way. Peeks out, punished immediately. It's still not an impossible to recover round for BetBoom, especially if they can get a kill off the rip. Nade and Molly combo coaxes them out to the right side of ramp. And Siren playing up close is going to be so hard to contest with. Nade's good. And suddenly BC.GAME are locked out. You've got infinite money, so you might as well take a crack at it. But the utility just doesn't seem to stop. It feels like their screen is just being shut off. Diladez backing into a player, turns around in time. BetBoom in pole position to close this half out with the advantage. And what a disaster here on ramp. They could find nothing, no space.
CT rounds when they switch, but I don't know. At this point, I don't even think it comes down to favored sides. I think it just comes down to determination. You know, this lifeline that comes. Look at this from Simple. 2 massive shots. And yeah, grand finals, double OT. Emotions running high. When things are good and you're on a winning streak, it's amplified. When things are bad, you're on a losing streak. It's a whole lot worse. Andu's got to hold the line on the side, but he has called for the support. It comes in from ramp. Crossfire is brilliant. Andu doubles up. Might even be able to find a triple here as he's crossed to the silo. Armfrost is unaware. Yeah, easy enough. All 5 staying alive. BC.GAME, I don't know where that was in the last 2.
He needs to back off like yesterday.
Good damage, though. Look how low they all are.
They're not even going to chase after him immediately, so kind of feels like Dyladez has already done the bulk of the work. But a little bit more is not going to hurt, as he called in the rotations. Playing up close. Here's the util. They don't have much time, so they do need to fast track it. Dyladez on the fadeaway will find another victim. Next and Simple, no HPs to their name. Frost looking for the final shot. Nexon knows there's nothing he can do. Okay, we're back.
Is okay. Still a chance here for BC.GAME, especially with Nexa and Andu. Lining up kills like that puts it back into a 2v2. Health still leaning in favor of BetBoom as Andu will cross out onto the site. He'll tap in these digits. Does Magnoyas expect the boost up? He's seen the leg, but he hasn't reacted to it. 4x3 moment. He's walking straight in, but where is Simple looking? Somewhere else, I think towards heaven, and that's going to be enough. Magnoya's the one to close it. 3 kills out of him. The star of the show in this map for sure. And wow, BetBoom take the series 2-0, but that, of course, does not paint the full picture.
I mean, I'm not really sure what you want beyond this point, right? BetBoom, what?